Hi everybody, this is Alice, Bejeweled Hedgehog, and I am here for Cast Off Tuesday, and it is Tuesday. Now granted, it has been many weeks since my last one, but at least I am on the right day. Okay, let's just jump right in. I have not been doing anything really tremendously exciting. The first thing I have to show you is I was getting really low on dishcloths, and I use them as dishcloths, little cleaning cloths, what have you. So I just sat down and used up my cotton scraps, and I did get a couple of those balls of yarn when they had that really great sale of Lily Sugar and Cream. So this is a little scrubby. And I love the little ruffled scrubbies because you can just kind of pinch them like this and they're really good at cleaning things. So here it is. Daisy, yellow and white in the middle, green on the outside. This one has a bigger inside. Here is another scrubby. Here is a set of coasters. I'll just show you one. Yeah. They're nice to have, keep in the living room, wherever, so of course my drinks don't ruin my table. Another dishcloth. Look, it's another dishcloth. I love variegated yarn, seriously. I know this is boring showing dishcloths, but it's just so cool, how the patterns come out, and all you do is like this really simple basic stitch. Okay, another dishcloth. Another dishcloth. Yeah, it looks a little funny down here because I ran out of the yarn a little bit early, but I figured it's a dishcloth. Who cares? Dishcloth. Same thing here. I wasn't going to waste the yarn, so it has its own little personal quirk. Okay, I have been making some summer scarves, and this is an idea I'd really like to get some feedback on as to whether it works or it's just silly. I crocheted this long scarf. This is made out of Michaels. I love this cotton, and it's just simple half double crochets done with a size, I believe this is a size L hook. So it's worsted weight cotton done with a size L hook, and even doing a simple stitch like half double crochet gives it this really, because the hook is so much bigger than the yarn, it gives it this really cool meshy look. But of course the stitch is so simple you pretty much don't even have to look at what you're doing. So when I joined the two ends together to make a circular scarf, I decided, I mean, always when I wear my scarves, I try and hide this little ridge, where the slip stitching shows, and this time I decided to stick on a charm. It's a little, can you see it? Trying to figure out what you were seeing on the camera. Okay, it's a little white kitty. For some reason it's not focusing and the light is blurring it, but little white kitty, blue eyes, pink ears. It's a lightweight plastic, and then lots of blingy charms. And I figured you can wear this all sorts of different ways. You can just do it, with two. Okay, let's tip this down so you can see it. You can put this at the very bottom, so it hangs, like a little necklace. If you want to put it up higher and go for three, people with necks who are not quite as chubby as me would probably have an easier time with, here it is. So, I think it looks kind of cool, like this. But I'm really uncertain as to whether there, it looks better against the black, as to whether this dangle, is just look too odd looking on a scarf. So anyway, let me know. I did another pretty lightweight summer scarf. Same thing, a slightly different shade of cotton. The light is really washing out the colors, and I'm very disappointed. Uh-oh, I knocked my hair clip out a little bit, taking that on and off. It's just an L hook. This is a more violet color than the last color, and of course it's much warmer and brighter and richer and vibrant than my camera is choosing to show it at the moment. And this one is a little shorter. You know, you could wear it long, you could put it like this, but I just like the idea of something for summer because, you know, today was beautiful. Today was, excuse me while I put my hair clip back, in the low 80s, and it was gorgeous, and definitely in the morning it would not have been uncomfortable to wear a scarf. Okay, then my last thing out of yarn. This looks like a bundle of snakes, but it really is not. And in this light, of course, the color is being sort of abused. These are just long, long, long pieces. I had thought at first about putting little jewelry dangles at the end, but when I was experimenting wearing it, I like the way the ends are these little open loops, and I just didn't like the look of adding anything to it. So you can wear these individually, you know, and just wrap them around. You could pick two of them, and they're all slightly different lengths. This can go around a lot of times. Here's another one. I think this one is probably the longest. Or what you can do is bundle them all together and just, you know, wrap the big giant thing around. And it's just crazy and outrageous and fun. And, you know, I'm actually very, very pleased with the way these turned out. I kind of think of these as jewelry for summer. And this is the same thing. It is worsted weight cotton from Michaels. I love this cotton, and it's just a very, very simple little crescent stitch. It works up very, very quickly. This one, I believe I just used an eye hook, you know, the kind of hook that's appropriate to the weight of this yarn. And then when they hang, they twist and give it that fun kind of curly-Q look. Okay, so those are my lacy summer scarves, and then a few more summer scarves. This is a cowl. I can't remember if I showed this in my last video. If I did, just fast forward me. And again, with my, let's see if I, yeah, see if I come back here, the color is much more true to life. These are such gorgeous colors. It's a variegated yarn, one of my favorite things to use. And it's just simple. What did I do with this one? I used a big hook. Okay, I used a larger hook. Probably, I cannot remember, but I think this was maybe an L hook also, or a K. An L or a K. And this is just one single crochet and one double crochet side by side. And this just makes a light, decorative little fashion accessory for summer. And then because I had some yarn left over from that, and of course one of my nieces saw it and wanted them, I went ahead and made a second one. And I did a slightly different stitch on this one. And this is embarrassing. I cannot remember what stitch it is. I will look it up. Here it is a little bit closer up. I will flip through my stitch books and see if I can figure out the name of this particular stitch that I used. So there you go. It was not a complicated one. And here you can see the pretty color. And this makes an open work pattern, and just, you know, with a little more interest to it, I think, because of the stitching. Okay. And then last but not least, I finished the shawl. Oh, this is not this is a facial tissue, but I did not blow my nose on it. What I did was I put a few drops of lavender essential oil and let the essential oil dry, and then wrapped the shawl around it So the shawl has a very, very, very light scent of lavender. I didn't want it to be overpowering. This is a shawl I have now completed for my brother-in-law's mother, whose tests came back, and she does have cancer again. It's still unknown as to whether or not she's going to have the chemotherapy, because she's older, and when you get older, sometimes the chemotherapy, is worse than the cancer. But here we go. And this is a case of, really the yarn did all the work for me. This is just an absolutely beautiful yarn. And the stitch that I used for this is one of my favorites, really. It's just you do a single crochet and then you do a double crochet side by side, alternating. And it makes this really cool, and then, again, I used a slightly larger hook size because it makes things just a little bit lacy. And I picked the beautiful yarn, so the colors are really the focal point, so I kept it very simple. I was going to give it a fancy border, and then I decided that, it was just, the colors are pretty. They're much prettier. Oh, when I lean back here, you can get a feel for them. Although they have more pinks and oranges blended in, so it really is much prettier colors than you see here. Sorry, it seems like whenever I turn on the video camera, I don't know, I get confused. So these have basically been very simple projects using really gorgeous yarn. I wonder if I still have the do I still have the yarn? Yes! Sorry. Okay, this yarn that I am using, I got from Webs. And Webs is yarn.com on the internet. And I know I've talked about them before. In fact, I showed this shawl when I just had first started it. They have really great deals on yarn. They carry some of the beautiful high-end yarn. But if you go to their sales section and you go, what I tend to do is not so much say, I need a DK weight light green yarn, 3 balls of cotton bamboo blend for this specific thing. Because if you go in looking for something specific, you're not going to get a good deal. But if you say, I want to blow $20 on some really cool looking yarn, yes, you will have to pay shipping, but they have amazing markdowns. I think actually all the yarn for the shawl in total obviously was more than $20, but I mean, you can get in their sales section yarns marked down, does as much as 70% off. Not all of them, but some of them. So just go looking to see what there is to see. And I got the 3 different shades of this. This is the Araucania, and it's hand painted by artists in Chile. It is part of the sustainable and fair trade groups. So this is a really, really nice yarn, and I got it 3 skeins and each in a different shade, and they blended together really well. Okay, and then the black part of this is just Peyton's, I have the yarn for that too, Peyton's Grace in black, which I believe I got at Michael's. Yeah, Michael's or AC Moore, one of the two. So anyway, it's not a hard yarn to find. So there you go. That is my Cast Off Tuesday for this week. Hopefully I will be back with more crocheting next week. Anyway, if you are interested in joining Cast Off Crew, I will provide a link below. Laura Sweet Pagan Rose is the person you would want to contact. And also, if you like watching crocheting and crafts, please watch everybody's videos. They are amazing. There's a list of all the other Cast Off Crew members, and everybody is extremely talented. And I am frequently expired. I'm about to expire. I am frequently inspired by what everybody does. So anyway, have a great night, everybody. Enjoy your crocheting and crafting and whatever, and knitting, whatever you're doing. Okay, good night.